Hi everyone, this is Kenny. He's going to be filling in as my audience member. My name's Diane, and I'm going to be talking about abortion and pro-choice. History shows that abortion has been disputed since the post-revolutionary era. Laws have been enacted to try and answer this dilemma. Differences in perspectives have turned into violence. Political campaigns have been affected by the support or non-support of abortion, and culture has been influenced and shaped by the mere presence of this controversial issue. Tribe claims that no right is more basic than the right to live. This statement clearly depicts the core reason abortion brings about so much debate. The question is, whose right is it to live? Is it the mother's right to live without being forced to carry a baby she doesn't want, or is it the right of the unborn baby to live? Abortion was not unusual in the United States during the late 18th centuries. No state had any laws outlawing abortion until 1821. A movement to stop abortion began shortly after the Civil War era. The movement was founded by doctors who were motivated to stop abortions because they stated that abortions threatened traditional sex roles. Doctors declared that women who were able to control their reproductivity achieved independence to follow a more personal role instead of the traditional role in the home. In 1959, the American Law Institute tried to control medical abortions, to set up guidelines which stated that a pregnant woman would have to plead her case in front of a hospital abortion committee and be granted an abortion only if the pregnancy was an outcome of rape or incest. This was a clear transgression against women's privacy and autonomy. As time passed by, women began to struggle for the right to choose when and under what conditions they would bear children. Activists started fighting for the legalization of abortion. They campaigned that abortion had to not only be lawful, but it had to be safe. Roe v. Wade decided that a right to privacy under the due process clause in the 14th Amendment extended to a woman's decision to have an abortion. Legality put aside, the question on the morality of abortion remains a constant debatable issue because people differ in the definition of personhood. In other words, when is a fetus considered to be a person? Some pro-choice advocates believe in Warren's definition of personhood. Warren states that a being needs to have 5 different characteristics to be considered a person. First, persons have to have conscious events external or internal to themselves. Second, persons can reason. Third, persons have self-motivated activity. Fourth, persons possess the capacity to communicate. Finally, persons have the presence of self-concept. In other words, Warren does not consider an organism to be classified as a person if it can't feel pain or if it does not have the ability to decipher multifaceted problems. Some activists argue that even if the human fetus has a right to live, the human being in the uterus doesn't have a right to his or her mother's body. It would be morally wrong to force a woman to carry a child against her will because of the substantial changes and risk that will occur in her body. How can it be right for the law to force a woman to become a mother if she is the one who has to go through the pain of labor? Should she not be the one to decide the future of her life? Some pro-choice advocates believe that a proper understanding of human biology can rule out the possibility that a fetus is a separate person. According to Rubenfield, pro-life believes that any type of killing of human cells is not different than killing a human person. Aside from gambits, all cells of the human body are genetically complete and could develop into embryos through cloning. Therefore, it would be impractical to consider genetic completeness as a definition of personhood. So, after all this debate, the question is abortion right or wrong? Well, according to Aristotle, acting in accord with moral excellence is to seek and do what is morally good and avoid what is morally evil. In order to seek and do this, one must know what is morally good and morally evil. The problem with the abortion debate is the fact that each side believes that they are doing what is considered to be ethically right. Their side is moral, while the other side is morally evil. As Aristotle states, a person must know what is good to be able to do what is good. Therefore, until a fetus can be scientifically defined as a human being, no one can morally or ethically say that having an abortion is amoral or wrong. In conclusion, women should have the right to choose what happens to their bodies. No one has the right to tell you what you can and can't do with your body. It is a woman's fundamental right to be able to choose to have or not have an abortion. There will always be differences in opinion when it comes to abortion. Opinions that will divide and cause discord between both sides. But at the end of the day, only one fact can remain true. The fact is that it should always be the woman's decision to either be or not be a mother.